Week 15 of the NFL. And we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Lions and the Seahawks coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. First pass here is going to fall incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
That good for 19 and a first down. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Smith. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 24 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage. On
1st down, it's Goff. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0, the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Montgomery. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Once more Montgomery, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Fights through and now a crease. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 16 carries, 72 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost if in his mind he needed to get...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Kaminsky showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. We had the game last week where they had 6 sacks, so momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Geno on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable. Yeah, they love that phrase, don't. Offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Throwing now is Geno. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Goff connects with St. Brown. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And pass caught. It's Williams. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jamison Williams. 28 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Point after here coming up. He's got it, and it's 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but well, let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
now
just
you
called
can go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 6. On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball. Before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Yeah, this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions continue to pull away here this 1st half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number one.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start with a couple of franchises that have had their share of great quarterbacks and playoff battles. Green Bay at San Francisco. And it's the 49ers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there.
From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Chris Olave with a touchdown reception from Derek Carr. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. DJ Moore, a touchdown catch in the victory. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And this will wind up the Lions first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, Goff. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Goff. Amon-Ra St. Brown. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 on the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Touchdown! Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he couldn't get that one to his man.
Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is Fant on the short completion. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion.
And the Seahawks first down.
Rocco switch. Rocco alert. Alert. Reload. Reload.
Running right, here's Walker. Able to power through. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
78 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Walker with another carry.
They find some open field here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But
and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On second down, Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. David Montgomery, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are pouring it on.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the...
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They're going to look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Going right back to Fant.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Short throw to Disley. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their own 26. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he powers his way up past the 30. Trey Brown there on the stop. Now 2nd and 5.
We're good.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Back to throw again. And Walker has it. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
They'll look to throw again.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 23 yards on the play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
On the slant, it's Fant.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Walker. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Walker once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance